So what do you think about Cristiano Ronaldo since he came? I'm not so impressed with him though, if you ask me
I'm not
personally.
impressed with him also. I think it's a liability, in fact.
Even though, okay, set aside his age, he's really performing above his age, what you expect from his age. But to me, if you overall, does he really improve the team? I don't think he improves the team.
The reason he comes to United because of City. Because City wants to buy him, and that's why United go for him. Or else we don't go for him. We should have gone for Haaland.
Hey, James, you wanted Haaland?
No.
Or I will not say Haaland. I want either Alexander Isak or Darwin Núñez from Benfica. Or even Julian Alvarez from River Plate.
They want to sign the City, never mind.
Yeah, you can see Julian Alvarez. They will say in the next Aguero, but why United never go for it? Because I'm just an interim manager, cannot do anything, cannot.
This interim manager.
No. Wait. CR7 was signed under Ole. It's not under Renick that signed Ronaldo.
Yeah, I know. But Ole Ferguson did because Ronaldo is going to City. And Ole don't want Cristiano. Ole wants Haaland. Under Ralf Rangnick,
no choice.
They have no choice because cannot buy a player because it's an interim manager. I don't know, is it in the clause or in the rule of Premier League interim manager cannot buy? I don't know about that. But
the club can make the purchase lah.
You know that
I don't think
when Ralf comes in to United, he knows that this problem. Even Conte comes into Spurs. He knows that Spurs are in trouble and these players are closer or whatever, and he changed it because that. But why under in United, our board is not as clever as other clubs?
The thing
because
is,
they are money-minded.
You have to see this. I know a lot of United fans are saying that board is stingy, blah blah blah. This. You have to think of it this way. You guys buy Ronaldo, you guys buy Sancho, you guys buy Varane. That's expensive players. Where God don't spend? If you guys spend, it's just that I think you never spend wisely.
After the the invasion of each, the board was afraid. So he this year like a bit of panic by Sancho has been there, rumored for a couple of years. Varane because contract is ending. Ronaldo because going City. But if let's say, they want to get a good manager, buy the clause out. Instead of buying players right now, buy the manager. Get him on board.
I actually agree with what one says. I agree that one thing is what he says, don't go for Champions League, don't go for anything, start back again, rebuild the team, then you go for something. Actually, if next season, right, if United never qualify for Europe, it is a plus point. I feel like it's a plus point. Why? There is no distraction. You can set up the team properly, get some players in when the new manager comes in. When the new manager comes in, he can set up the team, aim for those youngsters that is good, and then play them in the cup ties. Those cup ties that you have, like FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and all that. And then after that, the players that he has, he can put them playing in the league. Then after that, he can see what is the position that he needs to spruce up, he needs to strengthen, who needs to go and all that. So if there's no distraction for Europe, I think it's an advantage for United actually. So United should just let Arsenal or Chelsea or Wolves or whoever, Spurs, to actually qualify for the Europe, but they themselves just reset from next season onward. I think
it should start from the board. The board should reset and look at themselves, because just by bringing in Ronaldo, for example, they bring in Ronaldo, that takes up a lot of their budget. And because of that, they are not able to sign maybe one or two players in this next one season, for example. Right? So they have to smarten up and say, okay, we have this budget and we don't have Europa money, or we don't have Champions League money. we need to spend wisely. And you cannot spend stars like Arsenal. We cannot buy stars because also stars don't want to come to Arsenal. But sometimes youngsters prefer to, you have more passion with youngsters. Actually,
that's true.
young people, you build a young team, they will play for each other. They will say, okay, our reward is we will go into Champions League. Our reward is we will qualify for Europa. And then after that, you want to move on from there from our, for our progress, player progress, then maybe go ahead. But they understand that as young players, they work together. You know that young players are most passionate. Then second is, I think, like what James said, go and spend on a good manager. A manager that has a plan, because you are not just signing a manager, you are signing a team of coaches, right? And that team of coaches creates a playing style, the type of players and all that. Then after that, sign the correct players. And I don't think you need to spend so much. There are good players out there. You just don't look at the names, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
I do agree and disagree of what like without Champion League, I do agree into some extent itself. But if you say want to rebuild, and I mean, most of as a United fan, we are too long, not getting the result that we want. I tell you, even you see the players.
But you have to be patient, James. You cannot be impatient.
Yeah,
right
we
now,
just say only.
But the thing is,
Just say no to success. Then you just say too long.
Yeah, correct. But you have to know who is leaving the club right now. Maguire may not leave the club. That's one thing. But the players that is leaving, okay, which one of the players that I'm going to mention, I don't mind keeping him. I don't mind keeping Lingard.
Sorry,
he don't want to stay.
Yeah,
I don't want him. Sorry.
Okay. What's your take, James? Yeah, we got 4 minutes. We got 4 minutes.
James, I have to stop you for a while about Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard indeed a good player, yes, but one thing that he needs to stop, the media, that he need to post everything. You need to stop that. When he was in West Ham, no one criticized him. No one is doing well in West Ham last season on loan. Alright? When he comes back to United, okay, the media will attack him. Oh, he's the best, he's the midfield, he's the youngster in United. When he was in West Ham, nothing. No one listed him and he scores a lot of goals. And United, he doesn't have a chance because of Bruno in the team. Or even Mata in the team.
Dude, you have to see. He has a partner in crime. If let's say Pogba is always there, the influence is there. Okay, Pogba, the one of the players I can keep Maguire, but Pogba have to go. I'm totally agree with Marino himself saying that Pogba is the virus itself. He plays as his one. Yeah, he may play well in under Renick itself, but why? Why must you choose your manager to play? Play for the club, not the manager. No one is bigger than the
legit.
club.
Yeah, that's
Don't
true.
play for the manager.
So you want Pogba out and then Lingard to come in, right?
Come in because he is so-called a senior player. Pogba is wasted talent. He's good, no doubt. He can attract players together, then he pass. But too many this out showboat in the game already. Loses ball too many times. Lingard straight, come in, pass around, run around. That is how you're going to play.
I'm sorry, I have to disagree now.
If you ask me, I'd rather have Lingard than Pogba. Because Pogba has been an issue.
I agree. Both out.
If both out, Pogba leave, Lingard leave.
That's the best.
Who is the best replacement for Pogba for you? Who you
at the
want?
moment in the squad? In the squad, you have Bruno, you have Fred, you have
minus Bruno, minus Fred, minus McTominay. Minus of them.
You mean sign a new player to replace Pogba.
A new player.
Calvin Phillips. And one more thing about speed. One more thing about players with speed. Eventually come to 28, 29, the speed will slow down. Then a lot of times you cannot catch up already. Calvin Phillips is more steady.
Kevin Phillips is a defensive mid, right?
Yeah, but we need one.
But Pogba is
We
a
need
creative mid.
Ah,
You are replacing
Fred-
a.
But isn't Bruno is a attacking as well? He
Okay,
But
so
you got
you
Fred
want
and
to push
McTominay.
Bruno up to.
Yep.
But you got Fred and McTominay who's defensive also. How many defensive mid you want?
No, but it's
Wouldn't
still
Declan Rice
more-
be the more,
nah.
better replacement because he's more creative? He's
like-
as creative, right?
I want someone to have that mode in like Roy Keane.
Roy
coming
Keane.
slide.
I wanted to say
I
Roy Keane.
I don't mind getting red card, but win the game. Dominant the midfield itself.
You
Let
say
people
red card, I
fear
recommend
you.
one player for you.
I don't want. No need. I don't want. No one trying to say. He has that beast mode that United has been lacking on ever since Roy Keane left. Calvin Phillips is someone that I saw in Euros. He really can do the job himself. I'm very old school. I prefer someone like Roy Keane, Nicky, but come in, look around.
No
If
nonsense.
need to go hard. Need to go hard.
Hard man.
Yeah, Scott, it's hard, tough, but you don't get the feel. Fred is more. There's more flair. Anyway, he's a Brazilian. He has more flair. If you ask me to bring in Calvin Phillips, will be more. How to say? Will be suitable.
Bring back Donny van de Beek, give him a chance to play, and another creative midfielder that we want. Maybe the Bayern Lubrication, Frin or what name? I forget the name. They're injured now, I think. The Lubrication attacking midfielder, the youngster.
Ritz.
Rich.
Why not get a
It's just
winger?
like winger. We already got Sancho,
You only have one
and we
side.
already got. Yeah, but okay, if we our to choose
Rashford.
another, Rashford to be out, another winger that we want.
One, we have too many players to replace, bro. To be
Yeah, a lot. I
The
can
realization.
it's almost an entire
I
I
can't-
squad.
just
I can't
realized this.
basically
You guys need to
I can
overhaul
tell
your
you
whole
from
team.
left back, right back, centre back, right wing, left wing, mid, centre
A lot.
mid, striker. The only
Okay.
department that is not doesn't need to replace you. You like Ronaldo, I like Ronaldo, I like Cavani. But the thing is, if you add all together, they are almost 80 years old. A strike force of 80 years old, bro. It's one of the super old striker that we have in United.
Looks
Right
like
here,
you keeping three players: De Gea, Bruno, and Ronaldo.
No.
No, I don't mind. Okay. If
This
you
is
ask me,
FIFA
you
22
ask me,
FUT.
you ask me the 5 players that are released, I may not have 5, but